My name is Melinda Szabo. I was born in Hungary, and 15 years ago I left my country. First I moved to the United States, and right now for 1 year I live in Barcelona, Spain. I think it was not different for me than for anybody else, that when I was in kindergarten I liked painting or drawing or pretty much making a mess with colors and art, and I always liked the art class. I was looking forward to it when I was a little girl, but the passion really seriously started 5 years ago. I think I was professionally and personally in a stage where I had the time, and I was able to, I don't know what happened, I really don't, how it really became like a strong force, and I just felt the need to paint and paint and paint. And there are people who do art for many reasons, but for me there is no actually reason. I don't have a message. I do it for entertainment, I do it for the beauty of it, and I do it for the experiment of what can I do with the materials, how the materials will behave, work, what's possible. I love mixing media, I love forming material, and I like to reuse a lot. That's something that's exciting for me, to find beauty in something that was already there, and we would just toss it in the trash. If we are more considerate people, the best case scenario, we will recycle it in the recycling bin, but in this case it becomes art, and I think that's exciting. I would define art as something that makes you feel, that triggers emotions. When you walk by an art and you turn your head, or if you listen to that song that makes you cry or laugh, or if you read the book and then it just brings so much emotions. I think art is that moves us inside emotionally. Those buildings, those octagonal corners, everything about Barcelona I think is very beautiful, and it's very easy to be an artist here because it's a very inspiring environment, I feel. In Barcelona there are trash days where each neighborhood puts out their trash, and I saw a lot of things that were interesting and other things that they just look good to paint on, like plain wood boards and things like that. So I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna integrate it to my art, and this is where it started. Then I started using the glue gun and plastic bottles to melt and make my art a little more three-dimensional, because before it was just paintings, like simple paintings, canvas and paint, mostly acrylic. Also, people started giving me different objects, or if I would find sunglasses on the street, or I have a series on the masks from Venice. The first one was a gift, and then I myself went to Venice this June when I got 2 more of the carnival masks using only recycled material, like wine bottle corks, plastic bottles, plastic bottle caps, and I also use the shells. It's fun because each and every one of the pieces are like pages of your diary. So you make it at that point of your life, and because you spend time with the art. Sometimes it's 10 hours, sometimes it's 40 by the time one piece is ready. So you will remember those 2-3 weeks you spent with this art, who came to visit you, who said what, and it's fun because now that I use objects, people remember that, and sometimes they bring me things and they become part of the art. It becomes kind of a collaboration because people do give me their kind of maybe trash or something that's interesting, but what they're gonna do with it at the end, and they just give it to me. So I enjoy that collaboration a lot, in that way that I can remember certain people for what they inspired me to do. So the strangest thing I would be painted on would be a headboard of a bed that in the exhibit we hung upside down, and I glued plastic bottle bottoms on it. And the title of the painting is Bottles at the Bottom of the Sea. So it's kind of like a joke that if you throw your bottle in the ocean, you're not polluting it. It's gonna become this beautiful metallic metal formation at the bottom, and everything will be nice. That was one of my first experiences, painting the door of the house I live in, and then later the wall. How supportive the neighbors were that live here, and I had no permission to do any of this, but I felt like, okay, there is this door and it's been in the wall and it's been dirty for a year and they don't paint, and then they don't do anything, then I will paint, and I might not paint it white as, you know, we usually paint our walls. And it was very nice that none of the neighbors said, you know, take it down, what are you doing, or they were very encouraging and cheering me on. And then also just every time when I have my art out somewhere where people can see it and they don't know that it's mine, but they pass by or they come to the exhibit and I can overhear what they say, and I can see the joy. The other thing about me and my art is that because it's very experimental and I just get these ideas, but I don't use my engineering brain to develop the method. I just jump in, so I do a lot of accidents. I paint on the furniture that I'm renting, I burn myself, I cut myself, I do horrible mess, I bring up cockroaches. So it's really kind of like comic scene, I think, sometimes. I don't expect anything, but what I hope from the future is that I will be able to do more art, and I would like to fully, at one point, if I could fully dedicate myself 100% of my time to my art, that would be wonderful, so I could deliver more exciting, more complex things. And I would like to share the experience of doing art. I would like to show people how much fun it can be, and I want them to, if they feel inspired, to feel encouraged to do it and find time for it, because this is, in my personal life, this is one of the most pleasurable things I have ever done. And I just really think that creativity and creation is a wonderful addition to our lives. That yes, we can travel and of course love and those very important things, read, but if we do art, let it be playing music, photography, painting, it doesn't have to be good. I'm not doing art to expose it. I expose it if the time is right, if I get the opportunity, and of course I'm very humbled and very happy if I can show my art. But I do art for the pleasure of the process of doing it. And I think that my passion and my obsession with the art can, and I have seen it in my life, that is inspiring to others in their passion and in their art, and how they can approach what they want to do. And that's really for me the most important thing, to share this more than exhibiting or more than anything else.